Vâng, vâng.
Hello, hi. Thank you for joining the meeting today. And for this interview today, I will have two questions for you. One is a question about your working experience, and the other will be the question about a coding problem. I need you to solve it.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
are you ready?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ken. I'm very honored to be here. And
Okay.
I thank
Yeah.
you for giving me a chance to do the interview.
Mhm.
And I am ready.
Yeah. Um, Yep. Can you introduce a little bit about yourself? Just a
Yeah.
few lines.
So
Yeah.
my name is Nguyễn Ngọc Hải, but
Hmm.
I have a nickname, name Harry.
Yeah.
So you can call me Harry. I
Hmm.
graduated from Harvard University of Science and Technology in
Yep.
2017. My major is about information technology.
Hmm.
And after graduation, I have been working for in the field of front-end development. I had I have almost 3 years experience in front-end development,
Hmm.
and yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Sounds good. Thank you for the introduction. So the first question I want to ask you is that tell me about a time when you saw an issue that would impact your team and you took a proactive approach to solve it.
well, I would like to tell you about a very hard situation I have been in 2 years ago
Hmm.
when I was working for a company named Adivera in Vietnam. That was a very big company, and at that time we were working on a very big project. And I
Hmm.
and I remember that time is very close to the deadline, and our code is it's not very stable, and
Hmm.
there are some very serious issue on the
Hmm.
code. So well,
Hmm.
I I had spent 2 days to review all of those code, and finally I found a problem that was
Hmm.
my teammate found,
Hmm.
but the bugs have the bug have negative impact for the
Hmm.
project,
Hmm.
and it like a very critical issue.
Yeah.
And if you want to fix that, you have to change some feature,
Hmm.
and you have to find a very short and smart solution because
Yeah.
the deadline is coming, and the customer is very important for us. So I remember a deadline.
Hmm.
After line, we stayed together around a table and discussed about it. It was 9 p.m. at night, but
Hmm.
we was staying at the company and
Hmm.
discussed about the problem. And finally, I come up with a solution, and I think that can help us for this situation. We
Hmm.
decided to change the UI of our project
Hmm.
with some feature similar with the old feature, but with the new design. We we um, we can meet the deadline
Hmm.
and provide one of the necessary feature for our customer. And I think that would be live for the demo. And
Hmm.
yeah, so that is a time I think it's very serious. So at the time, I think that it's a very serious problem, and I found the solution to fix it.
Hmm. Yeah. So I just want to ask a little bit deeper about what was the issue. So you said the issue is in the code, the UI that makes the code is not stable, and you spent 2 days to review all of the source code. So um, yeah, I just want to know a little bit more about what was the issue, what exactly was the bug.
Okay. At that time, we were building an application
Mm,
well um, for bank,
mm-hmm,
and that is about transaction the money,
mm-hmm,
and the bug is on our UI, because the some at the time we have two new member on our team, and they don't understand
mm-hmm,
they don't understand 100% about workflow on that project. So they apply wrong design pattern on the project,
mm-hmm,
and from that come up a bug.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
when we did yeah.
I have a question. How does you figure out the bug? How how does you know that was a bug?
Well, I know that the bug because I have to look at every file on the project, try to and I log the workflow on that page.
Yeah, but was there any ticket and was there anything that caused a bug? Was that happening in the production or was that happening when you test the code that changed by your two new members?
Well, the bug, well, our product
Mm-hmm,
work fine on lab development.
mm-hmm,
When we delete it to production,
mm-hmm.
the bug is discovered by our test.
Okay.
We have a test team to test our product, and they got us a feedback.
Yeah, yeah. So yep, after you got that there was a bug, so you um, go into the entire source code, right, to
Yeah.
find where it was a bug. So was you able to narrow it down, uh, to or just you even you didn't know where should be the bug and you have to uh, yeah, I mean that why did you have to go through entire source code instead of just jumping into some specific component to find the bug?
Well, because I am working with React, and
Mm-hmm,
in React we have a base and command components,
mm-hmm,
and the bug is in one of our component. It
mm-hmm,
belongs to our code base,
mm-hmm,
so it takes a lot of time to define it. And
mm-hmm,
if you want to fix the bug, you have to change the command components because the
mm-hmm,
command component is used a lot of different ways.
mm-hmm. I see. Yep. So and you said that at 9 p.m. So they was discussing with your coworker and came up with a solution, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So mm, what does you discuss? I mean, who does you discuss with, and what does you discuss? Why the solution came up after the meeting?
Yeah, actually the solution came up after the meeting, and I have discussed with my leader and two
Mm-hmm,
other developers.
mm-hmm,
They are very good developer and they have a lot of experience on the front end development.
mm-hmm.
So we work together and find out the bug.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. Um, okay. So who was the one to fix the bug, to make the code change to fix the bug? Was
Well,
that you
actually,
or other people?
me and my leader, we had to work very late at night and even on the weekend
Mm-hmm.
to change the courses, the code and fix the bug.
Yeah, so good. Cool. Uh, I think that I'm good with that question. So thank you for the answer. So now
Yeah.
I want to move to the coding question. I will share you a link. Uh, yeah. So this is the first time I use this. Can you try to click on the link in the chat box?
Yeah, I saw the link and I clicked it. It's a very dark screen with only a text name text on it.
Yep. Can you try to write something? Let's see if I can see what you are writing.
Yeah, I can write on the screen.
Oh, that's good because I can see what you changed. So there is a setting button that you can use to change the language. So yeah, currently it's Python, but you can change to any language that you feel comfortable with.
So how can I change that here?
The setting button. Yeah.
The computer language I am familiar with is JavaScript.
Yeah. So um, yeah, we have two options. So you can share the screen of the code because I want um, to show the code to other people. So yeah, can you share the screen of the uh, coding window? So
Okay, let me
yeah,
see how to say. Hmm.
let me enable the share button. So you just click share screen and then choose the window that you are writing the code.
Yeah, but I don't see the set screen button on the screen.
Uh, oh, oh, really? Um, on uh, on the Zoom screen. So do you see it? It's a green button at the bottom in the
Here.
middle. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see?
Yep. Yep. I can see it. It would be great if you can increase the font a little bit. To increase the font, you can use Command or Control plus. So you
Command
can
what?
Command and plus, the
Plus.
key plus. Yeah, so it will increase font a little bit so other people and me can see it easier.
Okay, so I think the later setting button there. So
No, there's no setting for the text size. So you need to uh, zoom in to increase the text size.
but I don't know what is the button flash.
Uh, yeah, if you use Mac, so just press Command
Yeah,
and plus. Plus is a next to backspace. Oh yeah. That's one. Yep. Looks much better now.
okay.
Okay. Yep. So let's go to our coding question. So I will give you an array of integer
Okay.
and a target number, and the requirement is that we need to find the index of the two numbers in the array that when we sum them up, it will equal to the target number.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
So what is the array?
Um. Yep. It
Or
can be any array.
I should write a function about to find the index of that array.
Yes. 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 You just write a function, and the function will take the input, which is an array of integer, and the output will be the two index array of
Yeah,
index.
but the array is sorted, right?
Um, for the first step, I want to assume that the array is not sorted, but we can do a sorting. Yeah, it's up to you.
So that means I have to write two different functions, one for sorting, and one for sort, right?
Yeah, so we can assume that the sorting function um, is already there, so you don't need to write it, but you can mention it, or you can mention the strategy for sorting.
So I will write a function.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and key, right?
Yep.
Mm. So, mm.
So can you tell me what's the purpose of this function?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
What is the purpose? What is the
Uh, yeah,
functionality of the function?
the function will take an array
Mm-hmm.
and key is the number of in the array we want to find the index,
Mm-hmm.
and the function will return the index in of key in the array.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but why do you need that function?
well, because you said to me that you want to um, write write a function
Mm-hmm.
to find a number in array of in integer, right?
Uh, yeah, so the requirement is that we had an array of integer, and we need to find two number in the
Two,
array, two numbers,
two number
and
in
yeah,
the array.
and when we sum them up, it will equal to the target number.
So
I can give you an example. For example, we have an array of 1, 2, 3, 5. Uh, I can type it for you if you need. So yeah, so this is example. You have an array which is 1, 2, 3, 5, and you
yeah,
have the target number which is 3. So the result will be 0, 1.
1 and 2, right?
Yeah, because 1 and 2, when they when they sum together, so it will be equal 3, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So yeah, the index of 1 is a 0. The index of 2 is 1. So I want to return the index of two numbers that when we sum it up, it will be equal 3. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
So you still keep the code?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to find the index of the key first. So then we can define the the number. We have to find it in the left or in the right of the payload. I will pick a payload like
Okay, so after you have this function, so how do you use this to solve the problem? Is this the only function you will write, or will there any other function that will use this one?
yeah.
Okay.
I will come up with another function to use that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, sounds good. So the function is that binary search.
Yeah, I want to write binary search first, then I will define the position of the key. After
Okay.
that, after that I will use a for to define which kind of true number is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So what is this function?
That function will use the search and oh sorry, I deleted one, but the number will define the position of the key I mentioned
Mhm.
in I use binary function to define the key and the index with that define number I will use unfollow
Mhm.
to to define the two number is
So the input will be an array and the target number, right?
yeah
And the output will be the array of index. Okay.
the
Yep.
rest of
Just
two number we have to find.
yeah. Okay. Go ahead. So I saw that the search function has two parameter, right? But you only pass one.
Sorry, and key.
Yeah.
So,
So what would be returned? So is the key is a target?
the search function will return the index of the key.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, but
And
I mean that because the key is as a target number, right?
yeah,
And the key may not be exist in the array. So and why do we need to search for the key in the array? That's the question.
yeah, because I'm thinking about which the key of the if which in the key we can divide the array into two parts
Mm-hmm,
because the number we want to look for is
mm-hmm.
the um, it will less than the key, right?
Okay. Yep. Let me give you another example. Okay, you
So
can return back to the head and I can give you another example so to make sure that we understand the problem. So for example, I have the array of 1, 3, 5, 7,
yeah,
and the target would be 10. So what I want to return is 1 and 3, right? Because 7 and 3, when we sum it up together, it will be equal 10. So I will return the index of 3, which is
oh,
1, 7, which is 3.
okay, I mean understanding.
Yeah.
I think that when we the target is 5, we
Mm-hmm.
will return one entry.
Oh, no. Yeah. I mean that the sum mean that 3 plus 7 equal 10. For the first example, 1 plus 2 equal 3. Yeah, kind of. I can give you another example if you need. For example, we have 2, 2, sorry, 2, 5, 5, 8, for example. So, and target, uh, oh, sorry, it should be 2, 5, 5, 7 because 2 and 8 will be equal 10. So for this one, we will return 1, 2 because yeah, 5 and 5, 5 plus 5 equal 10. So I will return
And
1 and 2 for 5 and 5.
okay.
Yeah. So do you have any strategy to solve the problem?
And let me think a little bit. Well, may I you follow to solve the problem?
Yep. So yeah, I think that you will have to look the array, right? To iterate the array. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what? What will be
Uh,
next?
well, my very simple solution is using true follow
Mm-hmm.
together to solve the answer.
Yep. Yep. I think that it could work.
Okay, so Yeah, I think that is a very slow solution, but it
Mhm.
works.
Yep. So are you done?
Yes,
Okay. So what is the time complexity of this solution?
I think that will be n double two.
So you mean n square?
Um, yeah, I don't know how to speak that in English. Sorry.
Yeah, can you type it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so that's
yeah. I
bigger
know that
bigger of n square. Yeah.
that is a very slow solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the easiest way to show that.
Yep. Is there any way to improve it to make it faster?
Yeah, but I think there are so many ways to improve the code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but right now the solution doesn't come up to me. If I have some idea, but I don't sure that they will work.
Yeah, yeah. What are your ideas?
Well, um, my other idea is um, mm, yeah, I don't know how to implement them right now because
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How do you test your solution? How do you know that your solution is correct?
I just prepare some kind of different array with different key
Mm-hmm.
and test them. Maybe you console up to see the answer.
Yeah. So can you walk me through your code and see how the example that I gave, for example, the first one. So how the function can return it. Oh, do you have a return
Okay, sorry, here
command? Yeah.
I can return the list now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that the indent is a little bit weird from the line 11 to the line 18. The indentation. So is that the line 11 should be aligned with the line 10?
11.
Yeah, I mean that about the indentation.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. Um, so can you walk me through your code with an example? For example, if we have an array 1, 2, 3, 5, and the target is 3, so how does the function work?
Okay. Maybe I will write the test.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not sure that as editor have console, but try. How can I get this run?
No, there's no run button, so we can only run it manually. Like, yeah, just walk through the code and you tell
Okay.
me. So,
Yeah.
what will be the value of each line?
The result. return an empty array.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, I have a for to take a look at every element
Mm-hmm.
in the array.
Mm-hmm.
And when I use another for loop, that means um, I'm sorry, I have a mistake here.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
So you only look from e plus one, right?
yeah.
Okay. But why? Why only from e plus one?
Yeah, because we don't have to, because we want to search the number after the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and so on,
Okay. Yeah.
and so, yeah,
I guess that we don't need to search the number before the index I because that was the number we already checked, right? We already tested. And
yeah.
yeah, okay. Yep. So we look it from I plus one to the end. And then what is next?
And if the two number a number plus with another number equal key,
Mm-hmm.
I will put uh, the two numbers into the result array.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So should we return or break the loop or just we continue to check the rest of the array?
yes.
Uh, um, what does you say?
Well, can you repeat the question again?
So my question that should we return the result immediately right away when we found um, the number?
I don't think so because now there are very different number can equal to the key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Okay. So you mean that we may have another case?
yeah,
Uh,
and
o-
all the numbers can equal to the key.
okay. So can you give me an example like that?
Now, for example, uh,
You can add it up after the line number 7. So you can add a new example.
yeah, something happened with the editor. I
Uh,
cannot
yeah,
do
sorry.
the
Let me check.
code anymore.
Let me check. Uh, I think maybe you can refresh.
Okay. For example, if we have an array like this,
Mhm.
and like this.
Okay. So how do the function return if we have this input? What
Yeah,
will be returned?
it should be returned the array like this. Exactly like this.
Hmm.
Because 1 equal 5 is 6, and
Hmm.
2 equal 4 is 6.
Okay. So is this one returning the index or the value in the result?
That will return the value in the result.
Yeah, but the requirement is to return the index, right?
Oh, so you can return E or G.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And yeah, for the case, we can assume that there will be only one matching pair
Yeah.
number. Yeah, so um, yeah, in the case if there are multiple matching pair, so we can return a 2D array. So can we return a 2D array for that? Can you modify your function to return a 2D array instead of um, just array
Choose
of
here.
all the number? For example, you have 1, 2, 4, 5, right?
Yeah.
And we have target is 6, right? So the solution would be uh, 0, 3,
One, two,
and 1, 2. Correct?
yeah, of course, we can do that.
Yep. Okay.
So suppose an arena like this. Here.
Mm. Yep. It sounds better. So I think that yeah, I'm good with the solution. So that's all my questions for you today. So do you have any question for me?
Actually, I don't prepare a lot of questions when I go to the interview today.
Mm.
So yeah, I know that my solution is not good, but at least it works.
Yeah.
So the next time I will prepare some kind of ways to solve the problem faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been in a coding interview like this before?
Well, I lately go to the interview like this before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because in Vietnam, most of company I have ever had an interview with, they often ask me about technology, my working experience, and they want to see how I do my course in a real project.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that because algorithm is very hard, and in Vietnam, only very big company with very complicated products will
Mm-hmm.
ask we ask their candidate about algorithm. And besides, I am a front developer, so I don't use algorithm a lot on work.
I see.
Yeah,
Um, okay. So that means that you haven't been in the coding interview like this before, right? This is the first time, right?
yeah that well, in 3 years ago, I had been into the interview like this, but it
Mm-hmm.
was a very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't review my knowledge, I will forget almost on about this.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that you did well because this is the first time and you did not kind of prepare a lot, right? Like just have a short notice about the interview and just you was a volunteer to join the meeting today.
yeah,
So thank you for that. Yeah, I think that it was not bad. So I I have some feedback for you.
okay,
So the first part is about the question, the behavioral question. Okay, just make it clear. So this feedback is not the part of interview. It's just
yeah,
kind of something I want to summarize and give the feedback for you. Yeah, but in the real interview, so you will not hear the feedback from the interviewer.
yeah,
Yeah. So about the question I asked when the team has an issue that would impact a lot and you took a proactive approach to solve it. So for that question, I saw that you could show the ownership on the project, and you could show the bias function when you jump directly into the code base to figure out what was the problem, and came up with a solution together with your leader and face it at late night. So it shows strong ownership and bias function. My my comment here is that even that you can demonstrate the how to say it, the characteristic, the principle through the question, but it would be a bit more efficient if you can kind of summarize it, go deeper into what was the bug,
Yeah.
and go deeper into yeah, how did you solve it technically, like uh, you did this, you did that, yeah, and stuff like because I had to ask some more questions, right? It's okay, but in some meeting, so the interviewer may be in the rush of time, so they don't have enough time to ask you a lot of questions to probe more into the problem to understand your strength.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that in terms of this one, so just try to organize it a bit more detailed, yeah, and use the star model as I mentioned with you before the interview, and yeah, so you will answer it better, but yeah, but the information is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, related to you, before I come to the interview,
Mm,
I did prepare the answer.
mm,
So when I answer, I have to think during the answer. So sometimes my English it mix up,
mm,
and the idea is not go through,
mm.
and I got stuck with that.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, my advice is that go a
Yeah.
little bit more detail, like you say working for big companies, or maybe say how big is that, like a company with a million customer, for example, just one sentence, but it it show a lot. It show that you care about the detail, right? And when you
Okay.
say a big issue for the project, so yeah, you can say what was that and who made the bug, like after I asked some more questions, you mentioned that two new members who did not understand about the entire source code, right? So they made the mistake. So yeah, if you say that from the beginning, so it will save time a little bit. It's fine for this interview because yeah, I only ask you one question, so I have a lot of time to dig into the story, so I could understand all of the strength and yeah stuff. But yeah, just in case if people did not ask many deeper questions like that, so you could still show your strength. Yeah,
Okay.
what you are telling. Yeah.
Yeah, I could remember that.
Yeah. So the for the coding question, so yeah, I think that you could come up with the brute force solution, but yeah, it could be better. So that was I asked about if you have any idea, and so but one thing I want to call out, the most important thing is that you should clarify the requirement at the beginning before you jump into coding. I think that this is a common mistake for the people who did not have many experience for live coding interview, because
Okay.
yeah, but I think that this is the first time, so yeah, you can learn more And the next time, just try to clarify the requirements. So try to give some example and of input and output, yeah, with
Yeah.
the
Okay.
interviewer, because normally that interviewer will not kind of gives you many example. So
Yeah.
you have
Okay.
to clarify the requirement with them and to make sure that you understand the problem. And then after clarifying the the input and output, so you should uh, tell them the solution, the strategy, so they would know that what is your strategy for the problem. uh,
Okay.
yeah, because when you write the code, so you just jump into writing the function, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what you are writing. And uh, yeah, because sometimes if you tell the interviewer that this is a solution, so if the solution may be not correct and may lead you to the wrong coding, so the
Okay.
interviewer will give you some hint. So yeah, so it can help you to kind of go to the right direction from the beginning and saves you some time. So that, yeah. And just I found that is you can answer the complexity correctly, so that's a good thing. Yeah. So mhm. And but one thing is that you did not ask about the size of the problem. For example, how big is the array? So if the array is small, right, you can use a brute force solution like you did. Like you don't need to develop a complex solution for a small array. But if the array can be very big, like the size can be 10,000, or maybe can be 1 million. So yeah, you need to have another strategy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. So asking about the size of the problem is also one important thing that we should put into the checklist when you um, have the coding interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, one good thing I want to call out is that yeah, you asked about if the array is sorted or not. Yeah, that one is an important characteristic of this problem. Yeah, but yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate that you did not use uh, that that one, that characteristic. So for example, if you sort an array, so you will be able to come up with a big O of n log n solution. So it will be
Yeah.
faster than n square. So yeah, I think that's it from me. Yeah, I think that the interview went quite smoothly. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that that's good job for the first one, and I
Hey.
hope that you can have some experience from this one and kind of maybe mm, come back and do another harder
Hey,
coding
sometime,
question
yeah.
next time.
Sometime I
Yeah,
will come back.
yeah,
It is the right to help you to record the interview. Yeah.